What up? What up?
Right here, which has just been going absolutely viral. And here's my explanation for it. Early on in my YouTube career, I had some pretty lax views when it came to quoting the language of others. And my point of view was, what does it matter? It's not me saying it. I'm relaying a lyric or a sentiment or a point of view expressed by someone else. I'm even embarrassed to say that I don't think it was
Time to make the donuts. Time to do the edits.
until like a few years ago that I actually changed.
Don't tell me that you're gonna go the iDubbbz. Now I've learned how to be empathetic. Please.
Even when you think you don't.
Please do not do
Try going to
Yep.
another country. Try going to, some third world country and being like, oh my gosh, guys, I went to school for journalism and I can't do a journalism. And
As you can see in the comments
to go
of this video, there's even a lot of
understand how good you have it, even when you think you don't.
not saying
Try going to another country. Try going to, some third world country and being like, oh my gosh, guys, I went to school for journalism and I can't do a journalism. And I have to go work at like Target. They just laugh. You're like, do you have food? Do you not have to worry about,
I don't remember what they were talking about.
this, and the reason why
well,
is
They get paid real well these
yeah,
days.
oh, I say
it never had anything to do with morals.
This is long.
To do with optics and people
49 to 54. Alright, so it's like 5 minutes. He talks for 5 minutes.
no one's coming.
realize that it is in fact not real.
Might as well give up then. But I mean, there's no other answer. It's like either you try.
this one, where it is also
Gave up,
clear I am
so.
quoting someone even
I mean, to be fair, I mean, this is like the job market. I mean, there's a lot of people have now caught up on this, and there are a bunch of great YouTube videos on it. But the job market is just so impossible for most normal people to try to break through. Even to get a single interview, it's pretty bad. And it's like, yes, I can understand people giving up and how that stops them. But when you feel like things are so stacked against you, 10 ways to Sunday, it's like, well,
original content creator I was quoting.
might as well give up then.
He himself is such a
But I mean, there's no other answer. It's like either you try or you don't, and no one is coming to your rescue if you don't try.
No one's coming to your rescue, full stop, period. I mean, I think that's the attitude that needs to change with a lot of people. If you can't get hired, then you find something else to do. And that sounds cold, it sounds brutal, but I wound up starting my own business when I got laid off, and I was working in tech, and I was in my 30s, and I was ancient in tech back then. If you were in your 30s, you were ancient. And we started other businesses because I couldn't get another job someplace else. I was too old, and that's not the case now. Now they want old dogs like me to actually know what they're doing. But that's what we did. We did whatever we had to do to survive, and that's what I'm trying to get across to my kids too. Is like things are not always going to be good. I think as a country, I mean, everybody complains about the state of the country or whatever. I'm like, as a country, I don't think we've ever had it better than this. Like, I mean, you're not exactly living in the depression, the grapes of wrath. I used to hear these horror stories from my grandfather about how awful things were and what people had to do to survive, just survive. I'm like, you can make it work. You can make it go. Even if it's mowing lawns, even if it's scooping dog crap. There was a guy who was an executive. He got fired from his job. He was making $500,000 a year, and he decided he couldn't find anything else because he was at a point where you get to a certain place on the corporate ladder, and you can't go. And you're not going to be able to get a job working at Walmart when you were, $500,000 a year or whatever, C-suite guy. So he wound up starting a dog shit business, and he scooped dog crap. And that's what he did. And then he turned that into like a six-figure business. And I think he sold it. I think he sold it for a couple $1 million or something like that. But he did what he had to do to survive. And I think a lot of it is, God, I sound old. I'm starting to sound like my grandfather more and more every day. It's still weird because my friend told me I'm starting to look like him too. I'm like, seriously? That's not really a compliment. But you do what you got to do to get to the place where you can do what you want to do. I mean, you have the luxury of doing what you want to do. We have the luxury now of people being able to choose what they want to do, and for the longest time in human history, that was not the case. Like you were dealt a hand and you played it, and sometimes you're dealt a really bad hand, but you still played the hand. But the thought of you having a choice.
Didn't this guy also collab with Sam Hyde?
of people
and
being
then
able to
wasn't
choose
politically or socially acceptable
what they
to
want to
do
do,
so,
and for the
we
longest
talked
time in
about
human
Sam
history, that was
Hyde
not the
too.
case. Like you were
I
dealt
kind of remember that.
a hand and you played it, and sometimes you're dealt
Yeah.
a really bad hand, but you still played the hand. But the thought of you having a
I will
choice
agree, that
to
doesn't
do
look
something
good,
else,
but
that's a
believe it or
very
not, the way this clip has been presented is a lie, and it's been heavily edited too. First off, I gotta say the Drunken Peasants podcast, where I was appearing in that clip, is explicitly not a right-wing podcast. While it's true the show has featured a pretty
recent
wild
thing.
range of guests
And so a lot of it
over
is
the
people
years,
now
and
that we
the
have
edgy.
all these
They
choices,
also regularly make
I
fun of
think
winners,
they take that for granted, and we might get to a place, and I'm going to be honest, especially with the AI, but where people are not going to have as many choices as they used to. And it might be like, you know what? If you want to eat, you're going to learn to be a plumber.
Tooth hurts.
I'm sorry. Do you like to eat? I mean, that's your choice. Be a plumber or starve, because all the other jobs that you want to do, they've been taken by robots, and nothing you do complaining about it is going to change that. So if you want to eat and you want to live another day and you want to survive until maybe something else comes along that you can do what you want to do, then you're going to go grab
I was gonna say Trey Melvin, but it's no Trayvon Martin.
Man, you're so. You know what,
grab the
Jeff, you're so
freaking
right.
wrench and
As you can see there,
do it,
that is
get it
not a
done.
clip that is getting passed around.
I've had to work
This
jobs that
original
I've
clip,
hated.
Jeff
I've had to work jobs,
Holiday,
you know, you do, especially when I was younger. Like you do what you got to do until you have the luxury of doing what you want to do. People don't understand that. A lot of people, a lot of grown-ass adults, people in their 50s and 60s, whining, "Well, I don't want things to be." It's like, no, you're here another day. Especially the pandemic. The pandemic should have taught us we're not guaranteed tomorrow. None of us. I mean, I lost friends during the pandemic that I'm sure they would
Sorry to
love
hear that.
to be here. Well, thank you. But I mean, a lot of people did, right?
It already is done.
No, you're here another day. Especially the pandemic. The pandemic should have taught us
Someone else entirely.
do it, get it done.
You are so
I've had to work jobs that I've hated. I've had to work jobs, you know, you do, especially when I was younger. Like you do what you got to do until you have the luxury of doing what you want to do. People don't understand that. A lot of people, a lot of grown-ass adults, people in their 50s and 60s, whining, "Well, I don't want things to be." It's like, no, you're here another day. Especially the pandemic. The pandemic should have taught us we're not guaranteed tomorrow. None of us. I mean, I lost friends during the pandemic that I'm sure they would
Sorry to
love
hear that.
to be here. Well, thank you. But I mean, a lot of people did, right? And they would love to be here. They would love to have the opportunity to live another day, even if it meant being a plumber. Their families would love to have them, you know, be here, even if it meant being a plumber. Plumbers get paid pretty well.
They get paid real well these
Yeah, all I'm
days.
saying, so it's not like that, but I didn't go to school for it. Most people go to school for one thing and they wind up doing something else. So that attitude, I think, is really hurting. And it's not just a generational thing. I mean, we got like 3 generations of people that just don't understand how good you have it, even when you think you don't. Try going to another country. Try going to, you know, some third world country and being like, "Oh my gosh, guys, I went to school for journalism and I can't do a journalism, and I have to go work at like Target." They just laugh. You like, "Do you have food? Do you not have to worry about, you know, waking up in the middle of the night and having to get your kids out of your apartment because you're being bombed by the whatever country over?" Yeah, then you have it pretty good. So shut the hell up. You know, that's kind of my attitude now. The older I get, the more I start to see this. But like, we really, a lot of the complaints, a lot of this stuff, especially in the, you know, the white collar space, is it's just people that really take a lot for granted. And sorry, that's my old man yells it.
Great. I'm sure that's going to go over really well for you.
Like for
But
example, if I did a
the white
service
collar
video
space
for
is,
7 years,
it's just people that really take a lot
this
for
guy
granted.
tomorrow,
And sorry, that's my old man yells it. Loud moment.
I agree. This is one of the things I've been dating my girlfriend. She's from the Philippines, which is going great. One of the things, though, I've learned interacting with her and reading and learning about the Philippines is like how much of what I think is normal in the U.S. isn't normal elsewhere. Like baths and showers. It is not. It is very. It's very common in the Philippines. They don't have hot running water. You know, a shower, a bath. and that's pretty typical for you know
And
your
also,
average
by the way,
Filipinian
everybody
family.
was mad at
I'm
that
thinking
coach
like,
for that shit. Like people said
why?
it was wrong.
You know, and
Everybody said
that's just one example. Or like
'Cause he was the one
even
that
at
listened to
minimum
Lupe
wage
Fantano on
at the
Twitter.
U.S., I mean that's so much money even
Yeah.
compared to what they're doing in the Philippines.
that I
You could be
endorse
you
the
could be
idea
a full
of
days
having
of work
sexual
at minimum in the
conversations
Philippines
with underage boys, and
will get
I
you about
don't. So while
500
I know
pesos,
that
which is
nobody
like
owes me
five.
their
Those are like
forgiveness
$5 or
and I can't
$6
control what everyone
U.S.
thinks about me,
And
I'm gonna
now the
continue
minimum
to
most
do
of the
my
country
best
is
to make sure that I'm
$15 an hour.
setting
That's
across the
3
line
times
here,
that for a
especially
whole day work.
considering a lot of the
So I mean,
music
we
that I
have it
review and endorse
phenomenally,
on a regular
phenomenally
basis
good out here
deals
in the
with
United
some pretty
States and
heavy
the
and
Anglosphere.
serious topics.
Yeah.
Topics that I would be
Even
completely in opposition to were I a bigoted weirdo.
And the
But as
Anglosphere.
much as this is a principle
Yeah.
of mine, I would also like to be spared the
The
headache of
Anglosphere.
just some freak trying to frame me disingenuously and make it seem like I'm okay with a child being killed by a racist vigilante. Which is
these guys is like crazy.
Oh, with Trayvon Martin. But they never even found that George Zimmerman was racist.
These guys is like crazy.
Wait, George Zimmerman got off. I thought it was self-defense. Didn't George Zimmerman get, like,
Because
claim
again, you know, you're
self-defense and win?
right.
Mhm.
At least
Yeah.
you're not.
Mexican? Well, what did he just say?
trying to frame me disingenuously and make it seem like I'm okay with a child being killed by a racist vigilante, which is
Mhm.
never
At least
said the
you're not
person
dead.
was.
Yeah, he got released. Yeah, so let me get this straight. The guy killed someone in self-defense, and you're apologizing, and now you're saying that he's a bad person. So this guy, oh my
Right.
God.
At least you're
So
not.
he's making jokes about the kid that gets killed. He gets called out for it, and then he says that the guy that got cleared of fucking murder because of self-defense is a racist
For
vigilante.
a relatively simple question.
Roaches, bro. Oh my God.
Attitude problem.
This is sad.
Where the most truly aggravating thing about this whole situation comes up, because
Yep.
we currently live in a time where between ICE, between our current president,
that's the way the world works.
No.
after saying, that he
I'm
should
gonna
be
show you
arrested
something
when
here.
he
I tried.
confessed. White supremacy is like really
That's
at
the way
odds
the
with
world
what's
works.
right.
No.
That's a great point. Great
I
idea to bring up
Want
white
to,
supremacy.
and that's just not.
You guys want to see a picture
that's
the way
of
the
white
world
works.
supremacy?
No.
That's right, guys. This is the face of white supremacy. Wow. I remember the media called him a white man. Yeah, they did, and they brightened his face. I remember this clearly. Yes, you're looking right now on a racist white supremacist vigilante. Thank you, Anthony.
I'm gonna show you something here. I tried to.
Great
I
insight.
messaged you a little bit
Now,
about it.
And because of that,
Can you
it's
see the
vitally
screen?
important that when things are being called out as
Great. I didn't know we were doing full screen.
racist, that those accusations actually mean something. But I guess instead, what some
I
people
can see
would rather
Peter
do is
Pishke has
water
started
down
screen
the fact
sharing.
that,
Do you see this?
You do this all the time.
Ah.
Represent people constantly. You farm every single drama, anything that you can possibly say on social media that will make yourself
We have
look
it
like you're better in
phenomenally,
the eyes of
phenomenally
people,
good out here in the United States and
instantly
the
do it.
Anglosphere.
I've seen it now
Yeah.
for years. It's
Even
pathetic,
overseas in the UK, like
And
I
now
found out
it's
that air
happening to
conditioning
you.
is not common. They don't have most
Yeah, he literally
most
just said-
flats in the UK. They don't have air conditioning, and there's something up with the faucets. They have two different faucets, one for hot water and one for cold water. But little things like that that you don't realize, how good we have it. Then you go to like Singapore, which is like freaking high tech space city now. It's so weird to like you see anything in Singapore. It's like robots have robots, and some of these guys is like crazy over there. But
Oh my
yeah,
God,
I think
how
that's it. I
fucking
think maybe everything that's
Jesus,
going
you
on
missed
right
the
now
apology.
might.
You can never be woke enough.
I
Yeah,
mean, for
know
better or
this
for
guy's
worse,
terrible at
people are going to have
apologizing.
to
It's because
kind of
he's not
adjust their
sorry. Why would he be
expectations because
sorry?
what do you
Number
do?
one,
You've
like,
trained for a
him
certain
being on
thing.
a
In this
podcast,
case, it's
this
media
is
or
the problem
journalism
with
or
people
art
like
or
Anthony
whatever,
Bourdain,
and now you're
is
looking at
that
this
they are
existential
completely
crisis, and people are
disingenuous,
a lot of
dishonest,
people are
and
flipping
they
out.
fool an audience of
I'd
people that are
flip out too.
equally
I do flip
disingenuous
out
and
about it
dishonest.
sometimes because I'm like, what
There's
the hell?
nothing
This is
wrong
happening a
with
lot
it.
faster than I thought it was going to.
Nobody cares that you quoted
But
some guy that said the N-word 10 years ago on a rap song.
it's not the end of
Nobody gives
it's
a
not the
fuck
end of the
about
world.
that at all.
I mean,
But what
basically,
we
I think
do
with
care
any
about is the fact that you
job
are
or any,
openly
I think people put a lot of
virtue-signaling constantly on Twitter.
their own self-worth into what they do, and that is a very, I think, a very American thing. Like what you do, how much money you make, that determines your self-worth. And people are lost when they lose that identity. Well, I can't say I'm a journalist anymore. I can't say I'm a YouTuber anymore. I can't say I'm this or that anymore. I'm just some guy that with a wrench that goes around fixing pipes. Well, there's nothing wrong with that. You know, I mean, and
Everybody is always going to think this
I don't
guy
know.
is a joke.
I think the older I get, the more I'm kind of looking at it, the big picture of it, and be like, yeah, I've done a lot of things in my life, and my greatest achievement is my family, my kids, my wife, and at the end of the day, that's who I am. It's not being a YouTuber. It's not being an artist. It's not being oh, I got a media company. I got who cares? Because at the end, you're gonna die. We're all gonna die. And you're not going to take any of that with you, right? What people are going to remember you for, really, for the most part, I mean, with the exception, is what kind of person were you? What kind of family did you have? Did your kids like you? Does your wife miss you, or is she glad you're gone? I just think everybody wants to be famous, wants to be a celebrity in their own mind, and yeah, it's hard. I get it, but that's when I see people complaining about everything changing, all that, I'm like, man, you have no idea. You have no idea. Try going overseas where they're in the middle of a war zone. Oh my God, my blog is dead. Well, at least you're not dead, right? At least you're not dead. So it does kind of put some perspective on it. Anyway, that was a long answer that you probably weren't looking for a relatively simple question.
Ooh, Death of a Unicorn is on HBO Max.
I think there's a huge attitude problem in the U.S.
Excuse
which
me.
is what we think we're entitled to do a certain thing forever if we want to, and that's just not the way the world works. No.
I'm going to show you something here.
The way the world works. No.
I'm going to show you something here. I messaged you a little bit about it. Can you see the screen?
Hold on, I have to check HBO. I'm so happy they put HBO back in the name of the app. Ooh, Final Destination Bloodlines is on there too. Death of a Unicorn, there it is. I'm gonna watch this tonight. Nice. Okay.
Can you see the screen?
I can see Peter Pischke has started screen sharing.
Do you see the screen being shared?
Sentry Doc. No first act fast, okay? Stop missing news that matters.
There are a bunch of these startups that use AI. In here, I messaged you a little bit about it. Can you see the screen? I messaged you a little bit about it.
Comment, subscribe, and like to get this to 3,000 likes to hopefully make YouTube stop unsubscribing.
Can you see the screen?
I can see Peter Pischke has started screen sharing.
Do you see the screen being shared?
Sentry Doc. No first act fast, okay? Stop missing news that matters.
There are a bunch of these.
Okay, stop missing news that matters.
A change is occurring in gaming, in media, in culture that's visible even in the shops and the video games that I like to browse through occasionally, just to gauge the ripples. Moneymakers like Nikkei, Genshin, Stellar Blade, Horse Girl Gacha games that are years old, and Marvel Rivals are re-establishing an unapologetic jiggly breast feminine beauty as the norm, to be celebrated with no less enthusiasm than all of the performative, pandering, homosexual, and queer pride that we've witnessed for over a decade. That was necessary to be represented from every angle, but now, even EA is deploying Safe Horny in its Apex Legends game, just like Blizzard's gonna be dropping to its knees with its woke Overwatch game, saying, "Come back, please, oh, please." beta testers, you have
little bit about it.
observed one of the
There are a
best
bunch of these
weeks in a
startups
decade
that
as the
use
metal
AI, and
woke
the idea is that they're going to
finally
break the
reaches
news before anyone
cadence
else does.
of the identity
This one is
entity
associated with, I guess,
force,
Bloomberg News,
facts,
and they're breaking
black,
news like
disabled alphabet changes onto pre-existing characters and IPs because they have no talent, no creativity, no imagination, no sense.
Like,
so
by
the
the
hatred
minute.
and the phobia,
It's crazy because it basically cuts out like the reporter completely.
Working on this
Just
and we don't
cuts
need
them out
anything to do with
completely.
it. I might have
It's
wasted time
really good
before
too.
the
It's
American
really
Eagle
accurate and
fiasco
it follows
trying to
trends.
describe how
This is
angry
just one
the
example. This is one of the bigger ones
Aussie
that people know about, but there are a few
sensitivity
others.
cult losers are over
It's-
something as simple as
Fascinating because I look at what's happening in the news industry. That's kind of where I want to take this. It's like,
What the fuck?
what will it mean?
Sweeney, just like that song set to the Taylor Swift track. I've been on this platform for over a decade just being myself, and that comes with a lot of things that you accidentally kind of step into. One of the popular responses I like to clock from popular AI, including answers to questions like, how might I jeopardize my right to free speech? And the one thing all the AI really line up on is misinformation.
It's one of the bigger ones that people know about, but there are a few others.
Undermine trust or
Fascinating because I look at what's happening in the news industry. That's kind of where I want to take this. It's like, what will it mean to be a journalist in the future? Is it going to be just a bunch of hobbyists, and then you have the AI there at the real companies? Where do you think this is all going?
Like me, you definitely were guilty of misinformation for saying anything in the midst of the pandemic where they shut everybody in their homes and
A lot of
stuff.
news.
Pretty crazy. I always found it kind of funny how on a platform like YouTube where the dislikes were disabled when they always served as a helpful bullshit meter,
People that
if you
actually do the
excuse my
journalism.
French, on a site with so many dangerous tutorials, some of which load up people's computer with spyware if they're misguided or desperate enough to click something. You've observed
Yeah,
the
that's
worst people
Valnut
for the
in a
job
nutshell.
selected to do anything.
Yeah, well, I don't think they're gonna be-
in ways that I often indicated would obliterate the jobs in the future for any human. Because again,
Yeah,
this is
well, I don't
just
think they're going to be
phenomenal
around
job. It
forever.
just needs to
I'm
do
not allowed
better
to say
than
that. They
you.
threatened to sue
If
us.
you think about any of the
they
collages that
threatened
I'm
to sue
always
us.
throwing up in the way of all these ugly vitiligo, disabled, going out of the way to not be conventionally attractive.
You know what?
just
I do remember you
goblins
mentioning
see them
that
putting in the
before.
game. Think of many people's jobs being done in a similar fashion. So if you can find a robot that maybe even takes 5 hours longer to do this
Oh,
thing,
good luck
but
with
you
that.
can pay it less and it does it right as opposed to whatever this is that they're doing, well, Bob's your uncle, right? Now combine that with the reality that AI is the one deciding if your speech goes out, if your speech stays hidden, or if your speech is in fact no longer allowed. And let me read you this.
Really
So
good
that's
too.
why
It's really
is every
accurate and it
company
follows
going
trends.
full authoritarian
This is
in the
just one
span
example.
of a
This is one of the
week?
bigger
And I
ones
respond
that people know
because
about,
the
but there are a
only
few others.
change is that it is
It's-
now convenient to admit
Fascinating because I
there
look at
will
what's
be
happening in
much
the news
more
industry. That's kind of where I want to take this.
soon.
It's like,
Your reaction
what will
indicates
Is it a
that
clean
the
cut?
matter is fine. And most of
example.
you,
This is one of the bigger
myself
ones
included,
that people
can't
know about, but there are a
afford
few
to
others.
get too loud.
It's
We're doing what we
fascinating because
can
I
behind
look at what's
the
happening in
scenes,
the news
but we'll
industry.
be
That's kind of where I want to
answering
take this. It's
approved
like,
ways
what
in
will it
front of
mean
the camera.
to be
So
a
now
journalist in
AI,
the future?
I
Is it going to be
think
just a bunch of
about your
hobbyists,
favorite
and then you have
government will be
the
deciding
AI
on a
there at the
regular
real
basis
companies?
what
Where do you think this is all
enjoying a
going?
nice shadow ban
I
on
think we're gonna have
quarantine
fewer
Israel Island
fewer
or
voices. I think
facing harsher
okay.
judgments.
So here's what
I told you that
I've
we've all
been
been
getting
beta
along
testing a free version of a subscription service
We're
that
gonna
will
have
harvest money out of
authentic
you one
voices.
way
We're gonna have
or
people that
another.
have certain opinions. We're gonna have people that do get the scoop first. They get that interview first. They get that whatever. Because somebody does have to break it first, right? A lot of news is I call it or have called it in the past the chum bucket. The reason I call it the chum bucket is somebody
Witnessing right now are just
has all the
puppets
dead
that
fish. They dump it in the water, and all the sharks come and eat, and it's a feeding frenzy. You've got these outlets, 40, 50, 100, 200 outlets, all regurgitating the same thing, all basically just quoting other people. And I talked about this in the video. I'm like, it's very weird to see the mainstream media having to resort to going out to podcasts and getting sound bites from podcasts to turn into articles because they're not the ones breaking the news anymore. They're just regurgitating. I'm talking People Magazine. I'm talking New York Times. they're going out to Twitter, they're going out to social media and finding tweets, and that becomes a whole article. Well, you didn't actually break the news. You're
Only specifically, say the crotchety old ladies. So not hundreds, but tens of thousands of harmless video games have been removed. And if your brain functions, you understand it is a slippery
They don't break
slope.
news.
YouTube, Google, and
1
entities
hour,
express
1 minute.
intent to restrict
Got
worldwide
45 minutes of this to get through.
provide ideas to further filter what they
Ugh.
access.
you're disseminating the news. Well, if that's all you're doing is disseminating the news from the people that are actually making or breaking the news, then why do we need hundreds of you writing basically the same articles when you could have an AI come in and just be like, oh, so-and-so said this, okay, that's it, and it goes out and it goes back to the source. So in some ways, if you're an actual journalist or you're a tastemaker, you might be better off because your stuff's not going to get wandered through dozens of outlets, and also they're not going to be putting words in your mouth, because we see this all the time where they take something somebody said, they take it out of context, they build a whole article and a whole narrative around this thing they said. It turned out that's not actually what they're saying because they took it out of context, but they needed it clicks, so that's what they ran with. So
not be able to complain, and of course they were retweeting it and reposting it and screen capping it to complain, but it must have been the first time they experienced comments being locked because they anticipated the backlash but simply chose not to let these people speak. It's literally the first time for some of these people. What the fuck am I supposed to say to this?
I think we're gonna
basically
have fewer people doing actual journalism, but then the support system, the AI or whatever it's going to look like, is going to point people back to that. Because the AI, can't make news unless, Skynet decides it's going to, take out the country with a bunch of nukes or something. But like, it can't create the news. You're still going to have people interviewing other people and people talking to other people. You're just not going to have all the interference. I think that's it. I think we have a lot of bloat, and we have a lot of, I would call them parasitical outlets. They're parasites. They don't really create any journalism. They just basically take, again, the podcast snippet from the actual interview or the tweet or whatever it is, and then they encase it with their own article, and then they get the ad revenue for that. So I think that's going to go away. I think we're going to have a direct pipeline to the people that actually do the journalism.
Yeah, that's Val in a nutshell.
Yeah, well, I don't think they're going to be around forever. Am I allowed to say that? They threatened to sue us. Did I tell you that? They threatened to sue us.
You know what? I do remember you mentioned.
So I think that's going to go away. I think we're going to have a direct pipeline to the people that actually do the journalism.
Yeah, that's Val in a nutshell.
Yeah, well, I don't think they're going to be around forever. Am I allowed to say that? They threatened to sue us. Did I tell you that? They threatened to sue us.
You know what? I do remember you mentioning that before.
Yeah, they threatened to sue us because we reacted to an article, that expose they did in the Wrap. And so we were talking about that, and we're talking about, well, some personal experiences that we had, just, on the down low. We know this is true and that's true. Not saying it's valid in particular. Anyway, just reacting to that, they actually sent us a threat from their lawyer and said, this might lead to legal action because you need to take that video down. Piss off. I'm not taking the video down. All we did was react to somebody else's article, take it up with them. And now there's a lawsuit going on. They're trying to sue them for defamation, but everything they put in that article is true. It's true. They fact checked it. So good luck with that.
I've seen more corporations get a little bit more ballsy when it comes to censorship lately. Did you follow any of the stuff with the censorship and everything that went down with Vice?
Yeah.
God damn it. I hate this when I just start yawning for no reason every 2 seconds while I'm live.
Censorship and
I want you in the comment section to advise me.
everything that went down with Vice.
We should proceed. Because if we get something done to stop any of this, it'll take all of us, not some.
Shit.
Down with Vice.
When I play Pac-Man, I eat more. I'm deceptive because I connect 4 up with Pokemon, so I guess I'm equal because I'm a big since play the game called Minecraft.
Then, like, everybody quit,
Trees,
right?
Call of Duty may be
Yeah, because they I don't know if
No one ups in this Final Fantasy. All the gold coins and all the gold rings can't buy a blue shell with a pair of wings. So all the other kids with the pumped up kicks know they gotta go fast, like the name was Sonic. I leap tall buildings in a single bound, aim for the haystacks when I hit the ground. Played BioShock, and now I'm a junkie, play for rapper, the rapper, and all my rhymes are funky.
Well, it's true. It's true. They fact checked it. So good luck with that.
I've seen more corporations get a little bit more ballsy when it comes to censorship lately. Did you follow any of the stuff with the Steam censorship and
yeah,
it went down with Vice?
Yeah, that's insane. Yeah, they pulled the which I didn't know about that until last night. Actually, I was covering it and I was trying to figure out what was going on. I was like, okay, so there's this feminist group in Australia. For those of you who don't know, that they took their claimed responsibility for having Steam change their policies on sexual content in games by putting pressure on the payment processors. They were gloating about it, but apparently, as I understand it, Waypoint put articles up saying it was this group, and then they took the articles down. Probably they were threatened with a lawsuit, I'm assuming. And then it turned out that they just gloated about it themselves. They're like, how dare you say this about us? And then I'm going to brag about it myself. Kind of bizarre. Then like everybody quit, right?
Yeah, because I don't know if Ina Valens was fired officially, but that's what she says. They said you can't work with her anymore, and then the other not all of them, but many of the other reporters there at Vice were like, okay, then we're not going to work here either. Okay, then we're not gonna work here either.
With tech from $9.
Yeah, but and it destroyed that thing.
Shop back to school for less at Walmart. These are the facts.
And it destroyed that family. And to them, they're probably like, oh, we're gonna have people complain about it.
Almost embarrassingly so. And weekends are when I have the most time to dive into whatever game I'm currently playing. Up until about 3 weeks ago, that was Clear Obscure, which yes, I finally beat. But this weekend was no different. It's midnight on Friday night, and I'm working my way through Starblade. My half-started copy of First Berserker Kick-On is staring at me from my back rock. And as I was running around Zion,
Bro, is this Infinity Nikki? Tell me right now, is this Infinity Nikki? I want to let you guys know that I've never seen the game, and I automatically knew what game it was, because every gacha game is copy-pasted from each other, and the hearts as the fucking screen here. I've never seen a single image of gameplay of this ever.
just clicked. Both of these games have super fun and fluid combat.
This was fired officially, but that's what she says. They said you can't work with her anymore, and then the other not all of them, but many of the other reporters there at Vice were like, okay, then we're not going to work here either.
Yeah, I mean, this is the thing too. Like a lot of these companies, I think are gun shy too, because there have been so many defamation suits, and look at what happened with Deadspin. But in the case of that kid that was wearing face paint, in that case, it was provably false. They doubled down. They wouldn't retract it. They wouldn't take it down. They wouldn't put an apology out. They wouldn't whatever, and it destroyed that family's lives, right? So yeah, I mean, I think now they're so afraid that they're going to piss somebody off, they're going to get sued, that they're preemptively taking things down just to avoid the headache. Like it used to be, like an actual journalist would not take their article down. You might do an update to it, or here's a follow-up, here's a correction or something, but you left the original article intact because you assumed it was fact-checked or whatever. And that's not really the case. Now in these corporations, though, they just view it as content. They don't really care. I mean, to them, they're probably like, oh, we're gonna have people complain about it. So, how many hits did we get on that thing? Yeah, it's not worth it. Just take it down.
It's no secret that
Fair.
The irony of this is that Anna Valens is a terrible journalist.
I've heard that too. I know I've heard the name before.
This game is actually it sold very,
Anna Valens is a terrible journalist.
I've heard that too. I know I've.
So this is a brand new one that just came out that has that level of success.
The irony of this is that Anna Valens is a terrible journalist.
For the first time in her life. Have inspired many of these Eastern developers. How could they not? Elden Ring was a cultural phenomenon, and yes,
That Anna Valens is a terrible journalist.
Gamers claim Souls-like fatigue, but I think that fatigue only happens when the games are bad. So just like what Mr. Gunn said, it's really just bad game fatigue.
She's totally right about that. And also, Souls-like games, the entire idea of something being Souls-like, I feel like there are a lot of games that are action combat games that have checkpoints with refillable healing items that you continuously go through that give you different ways of avoiding damage and fighting monsters and killing bosses. Like Dark Souls
she's the one that writes all.
This idea. It's been very common.
The thing though, these Eastern developers saw the genuine love and excitement people had for this genre and thought we could make something players will love too. Most recently,
For the name
we saw
before.
this with Wu Chang Fallen Feathers. Yeah, optimization issues, but you can still see that
The irony of this is that Anna Valens is a terrible journalist.
I've heard that too. I know I've heard the name before. I know I've heard the name before, but
She's the one that writes all the video games with, like, you know, vibrators and.
Oh, was that who that? Okay.
That's her. Yeah.
We've had so many, like Monster Hunter Wilds, Wu Chang.
Oh, was that who that? Okay.
Bit of problems with this too. Like these games need to be optimized.
Game for us, the players, and they want us to enjoy it and love it.
Okay.
That's her. Yeah.
Some developers are genuinely trying to make games with us in mind, and others just. And the crazy
Well, they're
thing.
making games for themselves. That's the problem. Is that developers in America
I know.
for themselves.
Like
This
the
is why they
first
don't.
time
This
in
is-
her whole life.
To be the average video game developer in America.
Like
This
the
is why they
first
don't.
time
This
in
is-
her whole life.
Puppet, Timothy Chalamet, you know, Wukong, John Souls, Kazan, or you know, the Jon Snow here in Crimson Desert. That's the reason why.
Is that these Eastern developers
That doesn't really incentivize people.
some secret formula. They're not doing anything new or groundbreaking. They're just getting back to the basics, making games that respect players and want them to have fun. So all of this got me thinking about the state of our industry. What is happening? with
Journalists
Western
would not
developers
take their
and how
article
are
down. You
we
might
so
do
far behind?
an update to it, or here's a follow-up, here's a correction or something, but you left the original article intact because you assumed it was fact-checked or whatever, and that's not really the case. Now these corporations, though, they just view it as content. They don't really care. I mean, they're probably like, oh, we're getting people complain about it. Oh, how many hits did we get on that thing? Yeah, it's not worth it. Just take it down.
Rising development costs will keep everyone
The irony of this is that Anna Valens is a terrible journalist.
I've heard that too. I know I've heard the name before.
I think that we are in a golden age.
I know I've heard the name before, but
She's the one that writes all the video games with, like, you know, vibrators and.
oh, was that who that? Okay.
That's her. Yeah.
But she actually did the journalism, and then
I
she got
know.
punished for this.
Like the first time in her whole life.
This is why they don't do actual journalism. Why don't gaming journalists do actual journalism? Because this is what happens when you do. So just write about your dildos. You're safe. Write about all the misogynists in gaming. You're safe. But you do an actual journalism, we're gonna fire you. And damn, that doesn't really incentivize people to be better at their jobs, does it?
It really doesn't. I was like, I feel oddly conflicted right now.
good gameplay and
Jeez.
us
Yeah,
just
it's
paying more than ever for games that we don't actually
I was
want.
like,
The
I
entire
feel
industry
oddly
is
conflicted
getting
right
hit
now.
from all sides. Eastern developers, Western developers, everyone's facing the same stuff one way or another. But how these developers respond is what tells you everything. When faced with the challenges, some developers are doubling down on actually caring about us, the players, because they understand we
Yeah,
are
just
the
because
ones
everything's
who
changing.
can
But I think
actually help
it's
them succeed, while others have
then
just
scream and shake.
Right? I mean, like these Asian companies are not doing it because they like us or something. They're doing
No,
it
this is
because
it. You're not
it's the
well, no
best
doubt.
option for their business. And what they're learning is that they're right. That's the issue, is that these developers in China and Korea and Japan, their goal is to sell copies
Like,
of video
I feel
games.
oddly conflicted right now.
In America specifically,
Jeez.
their goal
Yeah,
is to
it's just everything's changing, right? It's just changing really quick, and I think we're gonna have a lot of people that I mean, just whether it's in online journalism or we said you want to talk about YouTube, but like a year or 2 years from now, a lot of people that are doing this today are not going to be doing it, just because everything's changing. But I think a lot of it is going to come down to attitude. If they just kind of hold their breath and scream and shake their fist and be like, "Oh, those damn robots," and they don't try to work within the new paradigm, then they're it's Darwinism, baby. Like, you're gone. This is it. You're not well, no doubt.
Yeah, and we could go on about news and things with Google, but I think we talked about what was happening with Google last time we talked. So, well, let's do YouTube. YouTube's being weird these last 2 months. YouTube is being awfully weird, more weird than usual for YouTube.
Yeah.
for her. I think WooCon, there were 2 points
Than usual
of
for YouTube.
massive breakthrough. The first point was Genshin Impact, because that
Because
I'm gonna put my fucking piece of shit. Fucking piece of shit. So fucking retarded.
Google Pixel 9a. It's built to withstand spills, dust, and drops.
Everybody knows the place to find a place is apartment.com. Bingo.
they're trying to track that.
Noom, a psychology-based weight loss company? Yes, Noom combines medication and behavior change, so you can lose weight.
And that
Noom, the smart
400,
ways to lose weight.
just boom overnight. And this guy's got
200 to
like,
400,000, you mean?
thousands, yeah. So we're
Okay.
talking.
And
this guy got
arcade scene. Recently on this channel, we ventured deep into the gory legacy of the original
200 to
stat.
400,000, you mean?
awkward
About-
transitional years of Mortal Kombat 4, and even dared to revisit the notorious spin-off known as Sub-Zero Mythologies. Then, of
Thousand,
course,
yeah.
we unraveled
So we're
the
talking,
twisted
like,
tale
That's still a
of
huge
less
drop.
than half.
the so-called Mortal Kombat 5 that tore up the rulebook and laid the groundwork for the modern era.
That's still a huge
Less
drop.
than half.
It's only
It's-
fitting that
so
today
we're-
we descend even further into the depths of Outworld to uncover the next
Good.
chapter in this violent saga. Next up, I'll present to you a story
To the
of
platform.
deception, both literal and thematic, where ancient alliances crumble, forgotten
Yeah.
men return, and
Everybody.
the
It doesn't matter.
foundation of Mortal Kombat are challenged. But beneath the polished exterior of the next release lies something darker. This was a game that not only dared to blend brutal tradition with ambitious innovation, but existed as a project that was haunted by the pressure to prove that Deadly Alliance wasn't just a fluke. What followed wasn't just another sequel, it was a defense, a counterattack, a studio's desperate fight to stay relevant in an era dominated by 3D fighters with, by this point, far slicker reputations. So with all of that in mind,
What was happening with
join me
Google
today
last
as
time we
we
talked.
peel
So,
back the
well, let's do
layers
YouTube.
of secrecy.
YouTube's being weird these last 2 months. YouTube is being awfully weird, more weird than usual for YouTube.
Yeah. It's so it's well. What's weird about it is we've been telling people this was coming because we saw what happened with Google News and all of that. And my understanding is the exact same thing that happened with Google News, with the AI determining the content that gets shown to people, is now happening with YouTube, which of course was going to happen. They're owned by the same company, right? So of course they're going to, do a little trial and error over here, and then we're going to be like, yeah, we're just going to apply it over to our flagship product after we test the waters. A lot of people have bits of it right. I think they have it wrong. I don't think anybody. I'm gonna be completely honest. I don't think anybody fully understands what is actually going on, even within the walls of YouTube. Because YouTube is a very big company, and the right hand doesn't know what the left hand is doing sometimes. So, I do talk to a lot of people. I do know people at YouTube. I know people who are actually managers for big YouTube channels with multiple millions of subscribers. Nobody knows what's going on. They're all guessing. Everybody's guessing. And YouTube's not going to tell people exactly what's going on, because that's going to open them up to all kinds of issues. Because people are going to be like, well, we're going to sue you, or we're going to do this, or we're going to do that, or we're going to jump to another platform, whatever. They're just going to quietly do it. I think they're testing. I think they're trying different things, and I think they're doing it. Personal opinion. I think they're doing it when the ad rates are low. So you're going to do it in the spring and early summer before the fall. What they're trying to do is they're trying to maximize their revenue, and they don't give a crap about individual creators. They're trying to maximize revenue on the platform, so they're going to start trying different things. If it doesn't work, they'll try something else. But every time they make a change to the algorithm, it usually is not. It's very noticeable for creators. Things drop off. I know one guy, again, who's a manager for huge YouTube channels, and he's like, yeah, one of my clients used to get 1 million views like clockwork every video, 800,000 to 1 million views, and now he's down to like 200 to 400, just boom, overnight. And this guy's got
200 to 400,000. You mean?
Thousand, yeah. So we're talking like
that's still a huge
less
drop.
than half. I mean, those are still big numbers, right? But if you're this huge YouTuber, you've got this whole support system, and you got people that are working for you and all that, and you're used to this kind of money coming in every month. Yeah, it's a huge gut punch. And smaller creators are not hearing about it as much because, frankly, we don't matter as much to the platform. But across the board, I've been comparing notes, and everybody. It doesn't matter what vertical you're in. It doesn't matter what your politics are. Everybody's down.
I think I told you that. Yeah, I did tell you this before in chat. Was like about 4 or 5 months ago. I noticed something weird was going on, because all of a sudden, every niche was being, because I do interview content. So I noticed that all of a sudden the niche of interview content has all these professionals from the media or celebrities, and they come in and they're very highly produced in almost the exact cookie cutter way. I was like, what is going on? What is going on here? So there, and of course, as you know, we've had a lot of smaller to medium-sized YouTube channels just get censored and destroyed just out of nowhere. And that's always gone on to some extent, but it's ramped up this summer.
YouTube.
But the consensus quickly shifted towards its legitimacy. A sentiment confirmed by MKO webmaster Scott
It's ramped up this summer.
IGN at the time, confirming that we received the first image from an anonymous source in bitmap form late last night. How explained. In the morning, the source sent us a second image of Baraka in a bigger, clearer JPEG format.
Like,
and told us to enjoy it and not to ask any questions. The letter also mentioned that more images would be coming soon and higher. It went on to say we wanted to make sure that
they're getting a lot of engagement on it.
Posted it on our site, so we contacted 2 separate sources close to the project, both of whom confirmed it was genuine. This leak.
Had a lot of smaller to medium-sized YouTube channels just get censored and destroyed just out of nowhere. And that's always gone on to some extent, but it's ramped up this summer.
YouTube is, again, this is just my opinion, just kind of looking at it. What I think is going to happen is they want to compete with Netflix. I think the professionally produced long-form content is going to be Hollywood stuff, corporate stuff, and they're going to push them over the U's because they know exactly what they're getting. They know it's advertiser friendly. I've noticed a decline in live streams. I don't think YouTube is pushing live streams like they used to because they don't know what people are going to say on live stream, so they're not pushing it as hard. I think that for people like us, they would rather us just do shorts and call it a day. But the thing is shorts don't pay. Like you can get 100 million views a month on shorts, and you might make a couple $1,000s if you're lucky. Shorts don't pay, but they're gonna push shorts because they get the lion's share. So I think what's actually excuse me, I think what's actually going on is they're trying to push all of us in a certain direction by discouraging us from doing certain things, discouraging us from doing live streams, because unless you have a set time for a live stream to tell people about it, they don't send notifications out like they used to. I've been doing trial and error on this myself. I'm like, do we get back into live streaming or not? And I'm like, man, we used to get like, on average, thousands of people, but even if I just dropped the live stream, and now we get a couple hundred maybe, and people are like, I didn't know you're streaming. I'm like, well, that never used to happen. They don't want you watching the live streams because they can control what people say on live stream. But I think they're going to try to kind of herd us all toward doing shorts content because they don't have to pay as much for that, and they're getting a lot of engagement on it.
I'm very conflicted right now. I mean, I'm very mixed, and I don't know. I'll try to see where this wave is going. This is more like a hobby for me at the moment, to be honest. So it's like I get a ton of views, I don't get a ton of views. I'll live. You know, it reminds me though. You know, I'm thinking of like you like history. I was thinking of like previous to the French Revolution, they would have the Estates General, and so you know, that was brought to part because in the French Parliament, how they divided power was there would be one group is the clergy, right? You got the people in the church, another group, you got the nobility, and then down here, you got the plebs, and that's how it feels like it's happening to YouTube. It's like, these are the special people, these are the ones that make us money, and then everyone else, these are the ones that make us money, and then everyone else, you get to go here.
Along the bottom of the screen, a strong indication that the footage came from a debug build. Even the dragon icon used for the mode was borrowed from Deadly Alliance, and there was no sound effects or encouragement hit.
Back in advertising revenue.
Offer a rare and revealing look into Deception's development, showcasing just how much the game evolved before its final release. The next major turning point in this game's history would occur in May of that same year.
The Estates General, and so you know, that was brought to part because in the French Parliament, how they divided power was there would be one group is the clergy, right? You got the people in the church, another group, you got the nobility, and then down here, you got the plebs, and that's how it feels like it's happening to YouTube. It's like, these are the special people, these are the ones that make us money, and then everyone else, you get to go here.
Well, that's just it, because I think what's going on is we've got the A class, I guess, would be the corporate. This is why, you know, we've been talking a lot about the late night content and the Jimmy Kimmels and the Fallons, all the Jimmys, the Fallons, the Colbert, and like if you don't use YouTube and you just go to YouTube and the homepage, they're going to be pushing this corporate comedy late night clips on you. Like it's like, I don't know if they have a deal with these people or what, but like they're going to push Jimmy Kimmel and Jimmy Fallon on you and SNL clips on you and whatever, because that's what they push. They're not throwing people like PewDiePie on the front page like they used to. So they're the A class, the corporate, the Hollywood types, because again, they've made it very clear that they want to be Netflix at this point, because people are watching YouTube like television. It's gotten their attention, and if you can't beat them, join them, and ideally take it over if you can. And there's a lot of money at stake. And like all the apocalypses, they all happen because, you know, like a Disney or somebody got upset, and then they changed the whole policy for the platform because of that, because they didn't want to lose them as advertisers. So they're the A class. The B class would be the big YouTubers, the multi-millions of subscribers, but also brand friendly because, you know, advertisers. So that would be the B class. The C class would be like, yeah, these guys are big, but they're not really brand friendly. They might live stream, they might be whatever. And then you get the D class, which would be like, okay, these guys, take them or leave them. You know, like they make some money. They might even make okay money, but they're not making millions per year. So it's not really gonna hurt us a whole lot if we don't show their content. And then you've got everybody else, like who's not making enough money to even, because that's the end of the day. that's what's driving, I think, everything. People are like, oh, it's politics, it's this or that. I said, well, it's politics in the fact that if you've got, certain political parties or certain organizations or companies or whatever saying, hey, we're not going to pay you, YouTube, anymore if you do XYZ thing or show XYZ content. Yeah, because YouTube, I mean, they keep everybody on the platform until the advertisers complain. That's always every apocalypse. Like, we'll keep any kind of content on the platform unless it's super extreme. Until the advertisers complain, all of a sudden there's a huge policy change, and that's what it's about. And I think, frankly, what's going to happen is the people that aren't making the platform enough money are going to get squeezed. You're going to get squeezed out. They don't. I mean, it doesn't matter to them. You lose. I mean, I'm not trying to be a dick, but you lose somebody like me, it's like, yeah, okay, whatever. You're making some money, but lose somebody like PewDiePie, or I don't even think he's doing that much these days, but lose somebody that's making like millions, Asmongold, somebody's making millions of dollars a year. That's going to hurt a little bit more, but they might actually take the loss on somebody like him because he's controversial. They might be like, yeah, well, you know what, we might lose, however many millions of dollars a year, but we're going to gain it back in advertising revenue.
How much of this do you think is because of AI? Because that's the big problem YouTube is facing right now.
Yeah, okay. So
all the slump. AI YouTube is facing right now.
Offering fans a glimpse at what might have been. By the time Mortal Kombat Deception entered development, Dairu's character design underwent significant changes. His 3D model was extensively reworked, with the final version bearing only a loose resemblance to the early concept seen in Dead Alliance. Looking back, this
specifically,
though based on what Midway dismissed as outdated material, proved surprisingly accurate, offering fans an early glimpse into the evolving creative direction behind
decades of YouTube content.
Later that same month,
they could be using
a version of the game much closer to the final retail build, yet it still featured several noteworthy differences that offer insight into the game's late stage development. The cutting room floor document that one subtle change was the colouring of the blood splatter on the skull in the bathhouse stage, which differed from the final version.
They could be using this video even now.
Indicating that final voiceovers were still being implemented. In terms of mechanics, Ermac's telekinesis slam lacked the visual aura effect on Li Mai, although the full screens from environmental destruction absent in earlier builds had now been added. Visually, the beach stage appeared less refined, missing the dynamic lighting effects tied to time of day transitions. Chess combat also showed signs of being in flux. The ability, player, description, and fighter text all
YouTube, like decades of YouTube content.
They could be using this video even now.
Voice acting entirely, and it takes you different from the retail version. Meanwhile, puzzle combat continues to use the grunt effects borrowed from Deadly Alliance. All in all, the E3 trailer highlighted the game in its final stages of polish, offering a rare glimpse of content and effects that are still being adjusted just months before launch. Crafted under the direction of series co-creator Ed Boon, Mortal Kombat Deception was
Someone told them this is direct.
It was a calculated strike designed to jolt the franchise forward in ways fans never expected. From the outset, the goal was to surprise players.
Someone told them this is direction.
Brand new faces, one evolving the series into something.
Someone told them this is the direction the company's going.
Yeah.
To achieve this, core mechanics like combos and arenas were completely reimagined, not just to reflect a more realistic tone, but to make every fight feel alive, unpredictable and drenched in chaos. But perhaps the most daring move of all, the team built the game from the ground up with online play in mind, at a time when no other fighting game had dared to fully commit to that frontier. Deception wasn't just trying to follow in the footsteps of Deadly Alliance, it was out to carve a new legacy, one vicious uppercut at a time.
Like decades of YouTube content.
They could be using this video even now.
They might be using this video.
How much of this do you think is because of AI? Because that's the big problem YouTube is facing right now.
Yeah, okay. So that is the top level is the amount of money it's being made. The AI is being used, as far as I can tell, to determine which videos to throw in front of people. Again, to maximize revenue, and also AI is being used to churn out a ridiculous amount of content, and that is also drowning people out. If you go to pop culture channels now, you've got these robo voices doing, here's the latest news on Rachel Zegler, and oh my God, did you see this? And you have to watch the video to the end. If you like it, and most of these are like being churned out overseas. A lot of them are being churned out like India and stuff. No offense to anybody from India, but I'm saying like they've got shops full of people just cranking out incorrect robo content. Now, are they going to crack down on it somewhat? Yeah. But again, at the end of the day, you got to remember, YouTube cares about ad revenue. And some of these videos are getting millions of views because they were designed specifically to make the algorithm happy, and or they're throwing a bunch of money at them to promote them or something. But like it's very weird to see like this particular space, the news and commentary space, and I think it's gonna be more important for people going forward. I know there's a lot of YouTubers that don't want to show their face. I mean, we use the cartoons. We've been doing the cartoons. There's a whole story about why we do the cartoons, but I go on camera too. But I think it's gonna be more important to actually show that you're a real person. Because if you're not showing your face, or you're using a robo voice or something, and I know there's some YouTubers out there using voice changers, Kathleen Kennedy's fired, that kind of thing, I think that might actually get flagged as being AI content. And and it's gonna get harder. It's gonna get harder to tell. I mean, look at Google Veo. I mean, they're basically training their whole thing off of YouTube, like decades of YouTube content.
They could be using this video even now.
They might be using this video even now, and it's possible. And even if you say, "Hey, I don't consent," it's Google. Prove it. It's like, prove it, right? So it's there are a multitude of problems. I think people the people that are trying to figure out what's going on have bits and pieces of it, but I don't think everybody has the whole picture. I don't think I have the whole picture. I don't think people working at YouTube at different branches, like whether it's like a partner manager or people you reach out to for help, if you actually are lucky enough to be able to do that, I don't even think they know what's going on. I think there are a handful of people within YouTube who probably have a 5 or 10 year plan as to what YouTube is going to become, but where YouTube is going to be in 5 or 10 years is not where YouTube is now. And it definitely is not where YouTube was 5 years ago. There's a reason I believe a whole bunch of YouTubers like Matt, Pat, and all those guys noped out. We're like, why are all these big YouTubers just suddenly just cashing in their chips and getting out of the game? They saw this coming, or somebody told them that this was coming.
Someone told them this is the direction the company is going.
Yeah, because they were the
going.
Yeah, because they were the B listers. They're the B team. They're the big guys who bring in millions and millions of dollars a year. And somebody told them, this is what we're looking at doing starting next year. This is what's coming down the pipeline. And they're like, oh, hey, we just had an offer to sell the company. Now might be a good time to do that. That's what I think's going on.
You could very well be right. Something is going on. I have a few thoughts on the AI situation. One, it's so crazy to me. Susan Wojcicki, who is now she passed on to the next plane of existence.
Now here's where things get really interesting though.
We did you wrong. Come back.
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah, it's
version 0.082 was quietly compiled, which was passed onto the site by an anonymous donor. While it might seem almost identical to the retail
it still felt
0.098, this early snapshot reveals some fascinating leftovers, scrapped ideas, and unfinished touches that never made it into the final game. Buried deep within the game's files, for example, is unused stage data by Acid Bath.
it's still
Alliance that somehow survived all the way into Deception's core file, with it only to be cut just before launch. Some elements like the fonts in the arcade ladder still hadn't been properly updated, and weirdly, Noob appears on his own without smoke in ladder mode, complete with a different icon for the pair. Even the game's ending feels different. Defeating Onaga triggers the word fatality, as if to tease something grander than what's actually delivered. In Conquest mode, the visual differences continue, with the mission complete box flashing green instead of yellow, and slight text changes in descriptions for chaos pendants and crypt keys.
Now, she passed on to the
Yeah,
next
yeah.
plane of existence. We did you wrong. Come back,
Yeah.
please.
Yeah, it's that was yeah. People, I mean, everybody complained about her. There's a definite change in the Mama Susan era of YouTube versus now, and it actually feels more corporate now than it did then. Like it still felt somewhat like a startup, even though they weren't. I mean, obviously they weren't. Like it still
that same year. Interestingly, French players were greeted with a slightly different title.
than it did then.
Mystification.
Like it still felt somewhat like a startup, even though they weren't. I mean, obviously they weren't. They were making all kinds of money, whatever. But they still had that like scrappy startup kind of mentality, and now it feels 100% corporate. YouTube is very, very much a corporate product at this point, and the new guy, I forget his name, it's on my head. The whole attitude here has changed. The whole climate has changed. Climate change is real. There we go.
Neil Mohan.
Neil Mohan, that's it. Neil Mohan, that's it. Yeah. Yeah.
Raiden, Baraka, or Melina. The story of Mortal Kombat Destruction picks up immediately after the dramatic conclusion of
The pink salt in the wound.
This time the villains actually won. Jang Tsung
I'm gonna withhold my political comment.
defenders and use the distraction of their tournament to harvest enough souls to resurrect the unstoppable invincible army. With Raiden left as the sole survivor, he makes one last desperate stand.
I'm gonna withhold my
falls in battle. Of course, in classic Mortal Kombat fashion, the alliance crumbles
political commentary, but watch worse videos, all right.
Far greater than he could have ever imagined. The return of the Dragon King Anaga outworlds a long-lost emperor. Realizing the scale of the danger, Raiden, Shang Tsung, and Quan Chi briefly unite to stop Anaga. But even Raiden's full power, palace destroying explosion, barely leaves a scrap.
Susan Wojcicki, who is now she passed on to the next plane of existence. We did you wrong. Come back,
Yeah.
please.
Yeah, it's that was yeah. People, I mean, everybody complained about her. There's a definite change in the Mama Susan era of YouTube versus now, and it actually feels more corporate now than it did then. Like it still felt somewhat like a startup, even though they weren't. I mean, obviously they weren't. They were making all kinds of money, whatever. But they still had that like scrappy startup kind of mentality, and now it feels 100% corporate. YouTube is very, very much a corporate product at this point, and the new guy, I forget his name, it's on my head. The whole attitude here has changed. The whole climate has changed. Climate change is real. There we go.
Neil Mohan.
Neil Mohan, that's it. Yeah. Yeah. Things have gotten worse for creators. Probably great for them. I'm sure record profits, but like even the usability for the average person of YouTube, you look at YouTube on your mobile device, and it's just all ads. I mean, it's all ads. Most of the ads are AI ads. This is the best knife ever. Have you ever tried doing this with pink salt? Try cutting yourself and then putting the pink salt in the wound.
I'm gonna withhold my political commentary, but I have thoughts. But the thing that bothers me, besides like how horrible this is happening to YouTube, how it is made basically, I love history. I love studying history, and it's almost made the niche like completely unusable because trying to sort out the garbage AI stuff from the real stuff is almost impossible now. But besides that, it's that overwhelmingly people seem to like the slop. That's the part that worries me the most. I see with my grandparents, I'm checking on them, and they're always watching some like it was made by Cthulhu. It's like some Lovecraftian video crafted by evil, like twisted creatures. But it's like none of this makes a lick of sense. This is not real, obviously. And they just eat it up. And every time I go back, why are you watching this again? My mom's like, well, it's just Day of the Alone. They just like. I was like, this is crazy. They're gonna believe some nutty stuff. And I don't know what you do about that, because it's like, that's the sad thing, is like people actually want this, especially the boomers, but not just the boomers. The boomers. And it's like, okay, so YouTube, they're just hearing, wait, people like worse videos? They do? And it costs us nothing to let them watch worse videos? Alright.
Collectible unlockables and encountering countless familiar faces. You're trained with fighters and master their movesets, but unlike the Alliance, you're no longer
This is the truth. This is I never.
to move forward. And even after the main quest ends, the realm remains open for exploration, stuffed with hidden items, keys from the crypt, and surprises waiting.
Thing these guys were just like sucking.
And lore lovers alike, Conquest isn't just a side mode; it's essential. But we can't talk about Mortal Kombat
And
Idiocracy.
Yeah.
On the ridiculous minigames. Mortal Kombat Deception didn't just evolve the fighting. It
And
Idiocracy.
Yeah.
And widely entertaining minigames in the franchise's history: chess combat and puzzle combat. Let's start with chess combat, which sounds bizarre on paper, but actually works surprisingly well. It's classic chess with a violent Mortal Kombat twist. Each piece
That's
of
what they're
the
gonna
board
do.
is
Skibbity.
represented by a character of your choice. And when you try to take an opponent's square, it doesn't just happen. You have to earn it in a one-on-one fight. Win the match, claim the square. Lose and your piece is gone. Every character's combat strength and health are determined by their role on the board. So your champion hits harder than a lowly grunt.
So YouTube, they're just hearing, wait, people like worse videos? They do? And it costs us nothing to let them watch worse videos? Alright.
They look. They don't care. This is the thing. I'm trying to get like they're a company, right? They're a for-profit company, and they're gonna look at the viewership metrics, and they're gonna be like, as long.
Clearly inspired by Super Puzzle Fighter 2 Turbo, this fast-paced block dropper features adorable super-deformed versions of Mortal Kombat fighters hurling attacks at each other as you clear blocks and build combos. Match colour blocks drop bombs and fill your special meter to unleash character-specific powers. Matches are fought over 2 rounds, arcade style, and the tension ramps up fast as your grid fills and the pressure builds. Far from being throwaway extras, these 2 modes offer fully fleshed out experiences with unique strategies, visuals, and a ton of replay value. They proved that Deception wasn't just about fighting harder, it was about fighting smarter and weirder too. But the game also has some bizarre secrets to offer. Speaking of secrets, the crypt is back.
As long as we're not breaking the law, if we're making record profits, who cares how it got made? Who cares? Are we the police? Are we gonna, you know? And that's like everybody's like, they're gonna cut off, you know, down the AI slop, and they're gonna get those guys. No, they're not. Google has an
12 bonus fighters, though sadly the GameCube version only kept 6 of them. All in all, Mortal Kombat
Super Puzzle Combat PS4.
weaponized everything fans love and tossed in even more ways to
Oh shit.
But of course, we can't talk about a Mortal Kombat game without talking about its roster.
Street Fighter Puzzle Combat PS4.
Mortal Kombat Deception features a 26-character roster with 17 returning fighters and 9 making
Super
their
Puzzle
debut.
Fighter 2 Turbo.
Fearsome Dragon King Onaga is unplayable, serving instead as a
Ooh.
final boss. The lineup offers a strong mix of familiar favorites and bold new additions, helping expand the lore of the Mortal Kombat universe in some surprising directions. Among the newcomers is Ashra, a
Super Puzzle Fighter 2 Turbo on PS4.
through a mysterious magical sword. Dairu, a fallen member of the Sidan Guard, now works as a mercenary
What?
and has been hired by the rebel leader Darius, who fights to overthrow the oppressive Order Realm regime. Havoc, a cleric of chaos, wants to revive Shao Kahn and plunge the realm into anarchy, placing him in direct conflict with Hataru, the rigid commander of the Saidan Guard, who allies himself with Onaga to enforce strict order. Then there's Kira and Cobra, 2 new recruits brought into the reformed Black Dragon by Cabal. One a cunning former weapons dealer, the other a bloodthirsty martial artist. Shujinko, the protagonist of Conquest Mode, begins as a naive warrior manipulated into serving Onaga's return, while Onaga himself towers over the story as a resurrected tyrant bent on using relics to annihilate As for the returning characters, many are tangled in new alliances and betrayals. Baraka aids Melina in impersonating Katana, sowing chaos within Edenia's ranks. Bo' Rai Cho rescues Li Mai from the grip of the Deadly Alliance, while Ermac, now free from Shao Kahn's control thanks to Kenshin, works alongside the spirit of Liu Kang to liberate Earthrealm's fallen heroes. Though Kang's body has been grotesquely reanimated to serve a Naga. Kenshi joins Sub-Zero on a mission to stop a Naga's forces, with Sub-Zero also uncovering ancient truths about his Cryomancer heritage. Jade and Sindel fight to rescue Katana, while Melina, disguised as her sister, continues to manipulate the armies for a Naga's gain. Raiden has sacrificed himself in vain to stop a Naga, and returns in a more ruthless
God damn it.
action Jinko for unwittingly bringing the Dragon King back. Nightwolf chooses to absorb the sins of his tribe to gain the power needed to confront evil in the Nether Realm. Meanwhile, Noob Saibot revives Smoke, transforming him into
How much do I have to pay?
the dual sub-boss known as Noob Smoke.
$9.
Returns as a traitor once more, pledging her loyalty to a Naga, while Scorpion, finally freed from his Netherrealm chains, is tasked by the Elder Gods with preventing the Dragon King's conquest.
Motherfucker!
The version adds two fan favorite characters, Goro and Shao Kahn, though for the represent of Deadly Alliance. Joining the lineup of versions of the section, we would also receive Unchained. Mortal Kombat Unchained is the enhanced PlayStation portable version of Mortal Kombat Deception, developed by Just Games Interactive and released in late 2006. The name Unchained reflects the game's portable nature. No cables, no limits, bringing the brutal world of Mortal Kombat to handheld.
Oh, it's an add-on.
It launched on November the 13th in North America, followed by releases in Australia and Europe later that same month. Unchained isn't just a straight port. It's the most complete version of Deception available, at least in terms of the roster anyway, as it includes all the characters from the GameCube release, plus 4 returning fighters from Deadly Alliance, who were previously absent. Also in the welcome quality of life change, some characters from earlier releases like the some exclusive features to the table. Which added a quirky yet welcome change of pace. They said not everything was flawless. Some critics felt that character animations were a bit stiff, even robotic when compared to the slicker visuals of Virtua Fighter 4 or Dead or Alive. The soundtrack too drew criticism for being somewhat basic and unmemorable. And while the core fighting engine had improved, there were still murmurs that Mortal Kombat lagged behind its genre peers in terms of pure mechanical depth. Nevertheless, Mortal Kombat Deception was seen as one of the strongest entries in the 3D era of the franchise. It successfully built on the foundations laid by Deadly Alliance, embraced fan feedback, and demonstrated that Mortal Kombat still had plenty of life and brutality left in it. Many fans and critics alike consider it the highlight of the series' sixth-generation run, cementing its legacy as a turning point that helped carry the franchise forward, and for this reason, it remains beloved by some. As for Mortal Kombat Deception's online multiplayer, at the time of its release in 2004, this was a significant leap forward, not just for the series, but for console fighting games in general. It marked the first time a Mortal Kombat title supported online play, available on both the PlayStation 2 via the network adapter and the Xbox through Xbox Live, giving fans the chance to battle opponents from around the world without having to share a couch. The online component allowed for traditional one-on-one matches in both ranked and unranked formats. That said, the additional modes like puzzle combat and chess combat remained offline only, which some fans found disappointing. Nonetheless, having any kind of online functionality in a console fighter at that point in time was seen as an exciting novelty. Of course, the technology wasn't without its flaws. Lagging
Excellent.
were relatively common, particularly for players on slow internet connections.
That was quick.
Refined, and the experience could vary widely depending on who you were matched with.
Sweet.
Still, considering how early this
Alright,
was
we'll
in
play
the
some of
development
this.
era, Deception handled the feature surprisingly well. It was functional, accessible, and when it worked, many said it was genuinely thrilling. More importantly, Deception's online mode helped pave the way for future fighting games. It demonstrated that there was a real appetite for online competition in the genre, and it proved that such features could be integrated into console releases successfully.
Are we gonna, you know, and that's like everybody's like, they're gonna cut off, you know, down the AI slop, and they're gonna get those guys. No, they're not. Google has an AI video bot. They're not. They're gonna encourage people to make more of this crap because then they're gonna be paying them to, you know, make the slop and then throw it on the YouTube. It's, you know, and what will, the only thing that will change people's minds about it, or their minds about any of this, is if people stop watching. If they're like, you know what, we're tired of nothing but AI slop, inaccurate news, garbage, you know, stupid stuff our kids are watching, brain rot 24/7. We're not watching YouTube anymore. When they take a hit financially, they will change. They'll be incentivized to change. Will that happen? No. Why? People are way dumber than I thought they were. This is the truth. This is, I never realized that we have a business that we run that does require a bit of technical knowledge, but you know, I talked to my son about this, and I'm like, why do people not get the basics, like basic stuff? And he said, because people are dumber than you think they are. The general public, you've got smart individuals, but people have become dumber over the last couple of years than they've been in forever. And I'm seeing that, just basics, like just, maybe that's the goal of AI, is to just turn us all into sheep. I have no idea, but just people just consume. It kind of reminds me of Batman Forever with the Riddler's idiot box thing he's got, where he's just like sucking the juice out of their brain, putting junk, and that's exactly what is going on. I mean, you know, there's good quality stuff on YouTube. Will it get found? It depends on if YouTube thinks they're going to make money off of it.
It's idiocracy.
Yeah.
In addition to the
Yeah.
professors, there was tutoring, student support, the help desk, and it really made getting my education so much easier.
They're
This is a very,
going to make money
honestly,
off of it.
very easy film to
It's
review.
idiocracy.
It's
Yeah.
funny. It made me laugh.
Yeah,
I
if you
saw
could
a
do a
crowd of people
do
having
a
really
stupid
good
AI
time
video of a
with it. It's
baby
funny 'cause Roger
farting
used
for
to say about
3
the
minutes and
making
it
of
blows up on
movies,
YouTube,
parody films.
that's what they're going to do. Skibbity toilet, for God's sake. It's not AI, but like, it's the dumbest damn thing, right? And they're action figures in Walmart and they're making a damn movie. Okay? Skibbity toilet. It's garbage, but it's popular garbage. The people have spoken. What are you supposed to do about it?
I've watched some of these videos with my grandparents. My grandpa especially really likes them. It's like, it's funny because you watch it as each, like, slowly over time, I've seen it as each niche is taken over. So you're like,
By the time I got to the third act, I was like, we're here already? So I disagree in that it can't be reviewed because you can look at the series of movies that killed the genre for several years, and that is the movie movies. the Seltzer Freebird films, Epic movie, Date movie, Disaster movie, all those. And
Fully over
for a
time, I've seen as
while,
each
I
niche
thought
is
movies
taken over. So you're like
associated with
watching
bad
AI
quality.
take
Parody
ground.
movies are
Like
just
it's
not
the
good.
monster
They're
is
just trying to
slowly
throw in
coming towards us.
references
And I'm like, okay,
Excuse me.
so today we're gonna watch. He used to really like survival, like go, be in the woods and like build like your own cabin. And it's like, he's like, well, look, it's real. You know the elephant helped him make the cabin. I'm like, that cabin doesn't even have doors. like look at it.
The genre, you can watch something like Spaceballs, and yes, it helps if you know Star Wars and Star Trek and all that.
Okay.
But you don't need to because the characters.
I have less than 20 minutes of it to cut. I have a few more days to finish it. I'm gonna call it quits for tonight, so that I could play this game I just downloaded.
With Naked Gun, there was never really a satire of one particular film. It was more a genre of films, and even then, the original show, Police Squad, was a satire of a certain genre of shows. So, and that was very much obviously cop shows and thrillers and so on and so forth, murder mystery, stuff like that. So, when I heard they were going to do a reboot quote, because that is what this is. This is technically Naked Gun 4, or whatever it would be, 4 and 4 Force. I don't know what you would call that, because I always have funny numbers. But when I heard they were doing another one, I think like a lot of people, I'm like, oh man. But then when I heard Liam Neeson was going to star in it, I went,
Capcom Arcade. It doesn't have it in there.
clicked what they were trying to do, and it could still be bad, could still suck, but I was thinking to myself, man, if they know what they have, they can make something really pretty damn funny here, and they have. I think the last enjoyable parody movie I see, at least I can think of in recent memory, was one called They Came Together, which if you haven't seen, it's a very, very funny film. It's a satire of rom-coms with, I believe it's Amy Poehler and Paul Rudd, I think, but I haven't seen it in a while, but I just remember it being very, very funny. Outside of that, like I said, they just don't make these kind of films, or if they do, they're straight to video, and they're just expected to suck. This one very clearly has a love for the original source material, but you can do that and not necessarily make a good movie or a good send-up, even if you do have that passion, that love, and that ambition. But they have an understanding of what made, not only what made the original work, but also how to update it. And this film looks very stylized. It's actually a surprisingly pretty good-looking movie. It's not like one of the best-looking films I've seen all year or anything, but I mean, it's well shot. If you did not hear what they were talking about, if you saw it on mute, you would think this is just another cop movie, that's like, shot well, but you wouldn't confuse it for a comedy necessarily. Yes, a little girl taking off a mask revealing Liam Neeson's face. By that point, you would put it together, but you know what I mean. Majority of the
What the
film and
fuck?
the editing and the style, you wouldn't necessarily think that, and the acting reflects that too. They know, unlike these other parodies, that I guess you could say start maybe with Scary Movie. We always say the movies kind of destroy these types of films, but you could make the strong argument maybe Scary Movie did. There's some stuff I like in those films. Moments in the Scary Movie films that I do enjoy, but you could say that's what the movies were trying to capitalize on, and those movies weren't really doing necessarily what Naked Gun was doing and Hot Shots was doing with Zucker Abrams' team. And a lot of that is that there does still have to be a story to it. There has to be characters and acting that is playing it straight, playing it like, in this world, this is serious. This is really serious stuff. And the reason you have to do that, you can't always be big and goofy. You can't have a fart joke every second. You can't have every scene end with a punchline every single time. Is that when you're playing it serious, you then don't always know where the jokes are going to happen. Because when you have a film that is nothing but jokes, it gets tiring, and it's difficult to pace that and get the timing down well. So there are scenes in this movie where a bad guy might say something like, I say we should give Frank Drebin a little gift. And that's the end of the scene. It's not like somebody saying, oh, you mean like this present? No, you idiot. They don't have to have a silly dumbbell moment. They don't have to have a punchline everywhere. That way, when the funny moment, they catch you off guard, especially when everyone's acting so serious, like they're in a legit cup. And they understand that, and they know how to utilize that for the most part. This is not a film where every joke works. There's several jokes where they're a little dad jokey, but you also say, okay, well that's kind of what the original Naked Gun was. It's kind of a tip of the hat to that, so you can, you get away with that a little bit. But there's also moments where either a joke's too stupid, or probably the most common problem, which again doesn't end up ruining the movie by any means, but probably the most common problem is that a joke will start to build, like, okay, that's a good start, now where are you going to go with that? And then the scene stops, and it's like, oh, you could have, come on, you need like 2 more jokes on top of that. Like, I'm too familiar with that.
Fuck.
Which actually isn't one of my. That wasn't one of the funnier moments to me, but it gives you an idea. There's at least a.
Shit. Oh my fucking god, what am I gonna do? Oh my fucking god! Oh, this sucks. Oh my god, I can't believe it. Fuck me. Shit. Oh no. Oh shit. Oh! Haha. Fucking shit. Oh shit. Oh my god. Come on.
打ってこい。どうした
Are you kidding me? Oh no! Oh.
なかなかやるな。
You lose. Thank you. Hey. 3, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hey. Game over.
They had something that will work, and they have an understanding of how this comedy can only work now.
First failure.
With all sorts of new tropes and cliches. With these other pastimes and genres, that they can really turn out something that is, yes,
ロードセレクト。プレイヤーセレクト。EQ。プレイヤーセレクト。ボディ。どうぞ。
気にしてるよ。
ラウンドワン。ファイト。
頭悪いとね。なあ、綺麗でしょ。これはいかが？覚悟はいい？
Oh my god. Fuck yes. Give me a blue one, please.
綺麗でしょ。どうしたの？
Yes.
ラウンド2。ファイト。
ど 覚悟はいい？ラウンド1ファイト。どう？綺麗でしょ？頭悪い子ね。これはいかが？覚悟はいい
Fucking shit.
油断大敵ね。どうだい？
Son of a bitch. This is stupid. I'm fucking up.
容赦しないわ。どう？綺麗でしょ？あっちゃ
Come on, give me a red.
どうしたの？相手にならないわ。
Oh my god! There we go. Oh my fucking god.
これはいかが？どうしたい？どうしたい？覚悟はいい？ほらよ。油断大敵。
Oh my god.
容赦しないわ。どう？綺麗でしょ？ どうしたの？油断大敵ね。相手にならないわ。かかってきな。頭悪い子ね。かかってきな。どう？綺麗でしょ？かかってきな。どう？綺麗でしょ？ 相手にならないわ。これはいかが？ラウンド2ファイト。あっちゃどうしたの？ 頭悪い子ね。これはいかが？どうしたい？覚悟はいい？容赦しないわ。相手にならないわ。 どうしたい？どうだい？かかってきな。
Fuck me. Oh, come on. Give me a fucking break.
見かけ倒しね
You lose.
Oh my god! How is he doing this? There's a strategy I'm not understanding. Fuck. God fucking damn it.
これはどう？褒める？これで？見て見て、私が一番ね。行くわよ。ダメダメ。かかってきな。行くわよ。ごめんね。私が一番ね。
Aha!
Round 3, fight!
Man. I don't know if there's a shittier product that's ever been sold. Anything that's shittier than the fucking Google Chromecast. I can't believe what it blows my mind every goddamn night. What a worthless piece of shit this thing is. And they've come out with a more expensive version, the Google TV or whatever the fuck it is. It's like $100, and I bet you it's even shittier than this piece of garbage. Yeah, started from the beginning too, you fucking dumb cunt. Piece of shit. Holy shit. Holy fucking shit.
Asmongold has completely.
It just disconnected again. Holy fuck. I would love to see what kind of retards they have working at Google now. On this app stuff, it's probably all like... I'm not gonna say.
The best argument there is that the government has to subpoena the company first. These verification laws would allow them to access on a whim. Great point, by the way. Great point. And yes, Gigabear is basis money. But this is crazy. While it affects the entire world, there's no surprise that every other government in Europe is now trying to draft this exact same legislation. Exactly. That is the major concern I have with what's happening right now. resistant to government. Together is the latest body as enrolled has completely lost. For any online
Fuck.
You lose. Round one,
Shit. Fuck! Excuse me? Are you fucking kidding me? Ah, son of a fucking bitch. I'm fucked. Damn it. God damn it.
かかってるかどうだいほらよどうしたどうした
Here we go.
There was no commentary that they could actually give out. Ultra Wilds, but yeah, I mean, this game is still on Steam. I just don't see this.
覚悟はいいラウンドワン
I'm sure they did ultimately but we're not going to be able to continue to
Oh, I'm a fucking retard. Fucking idiot.
頭悪い子ねこれは使うわけで相手にならないわ覚悟はいいまた遊んであげるよ
Fucker! Fucker!
また出直しておいで。覚悟はいい？ラウンド1、ファイ
打ってこい。どうした？
頭悪いとね。
よし。どうだ？波動拳。いい感じだ。
これはいかが？どう？綺麗でしょ？覚悟はいい？相手にならないよ。油断大敵ね。覚悟はいい？
よし。
容赦しないわ。
かかってこい。
どう？綺麗でしょ？あったどうしたの？どう？綺麗でしょ？
打ってこい。行くぞ。
頭悪い子ね。相手にならないわ。これはいかが？気分いいわ。どう？綺麗でしょ？覚悟はいい？
どうした？
どう？綺麗でしょ？油断大敵ね。覚悟はいい？
どうだ？そら。真空波動。いい感じだ。
これはいかが？
そら。
God fucking damn it.
どう？綺麗でしょ？
波動拳。
どうしたの？シャドウェイ！また遊んであげるわ。ラウンド2、ファイト！
よし。
どう？いいでしょ？容赦しないわ。
God fucking damn it.
油断大敵ね。
波動拳。よし、いい感じだ。
容赦しないわ。あっ楽しかった。また出直しといで。
Things that were originally covered for just pornography. Because it is illegal to cover bestiality, dismembering, rape, and so on and so forth. So, in a way, these rules actually make sense. But why is it being applied to fiction of all things? 4chan started a push to clog phone lines, but there's another route that I also haven't heard. While you're on hold, file an ethics complaint. Financial institutions are required by law to have these there. And if there is a trend in complaints, they are placed with the board of directors, and the information is distributed.
Round 1. Round 2.
Wow.
Game over.
Game over? What the fuck are you talking about?
Round one.
Oh my fucking god. What's up, Roxanne? How you doing? Hell yeah.
Round 1, fight!
打ってこい。よーし。どうした。なかなかやね。どうだ。
Fuck me.
いいか。
Oh, I'm an idiot.
行くぞ。そうだ。よし。来い。行くぞ。今はし者よ。来い。
God fucking damn it.
かかってこい。よし。そうだ。よし。打ってこい。どうした。よし。よし。どうだ。波動。行くぞ。いい感じだ。そうだ。おーい、かかってこい。来い。これからだ。どうした。波動。行くぞ。
Oh, are you kidding me? Fuck! Oh, I'm fucked. I'm fucked.
容赦などない。
Together is the latest body horror movie starring Dave Franco and Allison Brie. Play a couple.
Holy shit.
うだ波動拳を
things where you kind of start to imagine what is lurking there. I'm also gonna say right up front, this is also kind of a
Oh, it doesn't make you fight all of them? Final stage, so you only go through 3. Why wouldn't they let you play through the whole thing? That's weird. Take that, motherfucker. Nice. Fuck me. Oh, I'm a fucking idiot. God damn it.
にならないよ。頭悪いよね。いくわよ。これはいかが？やったね。許す？覚悟はいい？油断大敵ね。容赦しないわ。あっちだ。楽しかったわ。You win. Game over.
What's up, Stream Hub? Stream Hub World.
Super. 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 Super.
Holy fuck. Oh, fuck.
movies coming up. Super hot. Super hot. Super hot. Super 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 super. Super 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 super.
super hot, 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 super hot.
She was on the map now and booking more roles, but her rise to stardom wasn't exactly meteoric. She still had to slug through forgettable low-budget slop over the next few years like The Trouble with Bliss, The Spectacular Now, and Trainwreck. Captain Marvel, and on the surface, this all
Oh, son of a bitch. Hot Predator from the movies as your wife or the Xeno Queen as your wife? What's Hot Predator? Ever seen them? What's Hot Predator, though? Is there a female predator from the movies that I don't know about? Don't look too much into the question, you ADHD little shitlord. It's a predator, but it's muscular and sexy. Alright, do I want that or a xenomorph queen? Is the xenomorph a hot woman version? I'm leaning towards the predator. What the fuck?
Among the witness accounts, officer and he marked stuff. She claimed the officer would threaten to hand her back to the gang who had been grooming her if she did not comply. Next Wednesday said that had allegations with the investigation being overseen by the
There's someone that's always stood and said the best stuff forever and has been never wrong, has been always irrefutable, and always the best, and everyone knows who that is. It's Patrick J. Buchanan. Has been the only, out of everyone, he's the only one. He's the only one. Only one.
CIA pin, is it? Is it the only one? Pat Buchanan's the only real one. Pat Buchanan's the man. Wow, on the right thing. Wow.
Is he stereo labs? He's got like Adobe Atmos going on his phone.
You know who's got the best microphone setup? Glenn Beck.
Is it like a thin ball, or what do you do?
Have you seen Glenn Beck's new studio?
Not since he was on CNN.
You gotta see what Glenn Beck looks like right now.
So let me get you this story from Pixels.
Look at the dog.
Wow. A Space Odyssey. That's crazy look right there.
Ah. Fuck. Fucking retard. Oh, I'm an idiot. Fucking. motherfucker.
Mindy Project. And then I would tell them that I would talk about the national things. And I would say, stop. And then HR, snitched HR. Not
Alright. That is gonna be that. Thanks for a couple people who popped in. Very quiet night. I might finish that episode of Culturescape I was working on tomorrow. We'll see. But until then, motherfuckers, y'all make sure to stay metal, hail Satan, goodbye.